In this video, we're going to discuss the game plan from our initial meeting all the way to the closing on the purchase of your new home. Step number 1, the initial appointment. During this meeting, we'll discuss your needs and your wants as a buyer. This is most likely the most critical appointment of the home purchasing process. During this meeting, we'll discuss the entire purchasing pathway. Step number 2, the purchasing parameters. There's 3 things that buyers consider when they're looking to purchase a house. First is location, second is price, and then the last is the style and the condition of the home. Taking these 3 factors and your needs and your wants, will help us decide which houses we're going to look at. Step number 3, acquire pre-approval. So one of the things that we want to avoid is putting the cart before the horse. And what I mean by this is that a lot of times when buyers are out looking for properties before they're getting approved, this can kind of lead to a disappointment, because the last thing you want to do is find that house that you feel is a perfect fit for you and for your needs and wants, and then you got to go get your pre-qualification done. So guide you or direct you to a lender if you don't have one already, and they'll help you understand what you qualify for, and more importantly, it helps you decide what you can afford. So again, it's very important for you to talk to that lender first, so that they can guide you through and help you figure out this really important part. Step 4, viewing homes. The process of viewing homes provides you with information to help you make the best selection possible. I like to think of this part of the pathway as a process of elimination, not one of selection. Because when you're going out and you're looking at houses that you don't like, that's not a waste of time. You're actually building yourself a frame of reference so that you're eliminating things, styles, layouts, neighborhoods that you don't like, and that's going to help narrow down and guide you to the house that ultimately you will select. Step number 5, write the contract. The best way to prepare for writing the contract is to preview a blank contract. When you've seen the contract, it allows you to be more comfortable during the negotiating process. Step number 6, deposit the earnest money. The earnest money deposit is the best way to communicate with the seller that you're serious about purchasing their property. That check is cashed and held in an escrow account until those funds are later used to close the transaction. Step number 7, perform the home inspection. After the contract has been signed and all the terms have been agreed to, you can do a home inspection. During this time, you and the home inspector that you hire will be able to get into the house and look to see if there's any issues that need to be discussed or negotiated. After the mortgage has been approved, a final walkthrough is encouraged. During this walkthrough, you will re-inspect the property and make sure that it's in an acceptable condition. You also want to make sure that the fixtures or anything that's conveying with the property, in other words, that's included in the purchase, are present. Once the contract is accepted, the inspection's completed, and the mortgage approved, then we will set up the closing so that escrow will guide you through the final documents so that the transaction can be completed. Step number 10, home delivery. Upon the conclusion of the paperwork and the transfer of ownership, you will receive the keys, garage door openers, and any warranties for anything that's conveying with the property. You will then become the rightful owner, and it's finally time to move in.